Good evening, everybody. Big gap up here on the NQs. Taking some hits myself. Yeah, so we'll see what the ForceSweep does for tonight. D-Jab, we gotta be gotta be careful of these things here. Wonder if it just kind of keeps going tonight, a night like tonight. Oh, there it goes through highs. Gotta get my bearings here. Israel could do a contract roll. Yeah, not gonna lie, I might just say forget it, you know, and not touch this here tonight. I gotta like move stuff over in my charts too. I gotta figure out the best way to do that. Like on my little thingies, I'll just have to do them up all over again. I mean, this market is lying around, you know. I don't see much in the way of easy trades for us on a night like tonight. I think you gotta be real careful with it. I do. You expect strength overall, like... You know, continuation of all this strength is the most logical thing to expect, I think. We'll see what happens, though. But you gotta be real careful in this environment. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think there's going to be much to do. This is going to be a wicked day. Quite frankly, I might just call it because I'm not feeling this gap up. And, you know, the fact that we have a news-driven day, right? Like, this is, what do you do? Yeah, I mean, I don't think we're gonna be filling that gap tonight, but what do I know, right? We're coming back into, like, the GWAP already kind of thing. They're gonna break the highs here. There it goes. I'm treating September currently, but I don't know. I mean, on a night like tonight, honestly, I think it's one of those nights that we just gotta be cautious. That mid-opening range is set. I have a hard time to believe it's gonna be going lower. Excuse me. Check out the dots, get a 7-day trial, check them out for yourself. We had nothing to talk about here tonight on the dots. Sorry. Drone need for a New York stream. We got like a 400 point cap up here. We gotta focus on the night at hand. We're not talking about anything that isn't pertaining to the ForceSweep tonight, sorry folks. I even need to get my chart set up, so I'm going to take a moment to do that while it's like basically, the rest I can figure out myself tonight. I mean, actually, it's worth looking at, like either one is tradable, right? Why does the NQT suck so bad? Okay. Makes it annoying. We're trying to set this up tonight. But we got our 10-minute opening range, we know that. Right? So we bring this foot back. Alright, I can add it. Okay, now it's on there, that's cool. So let's go back to my first one. Go over some, oh my god, I got a cough tonight. Now I feel like we're back in business. I had no time to get prepared before tonight's open, by the way, so we're raw dogging the shit. If I say shock extension, but I knew it was going to be a big first move, right? So, maybe, you know, I'm biased to the upside here just because, like, frankly, that gap up is scary, and I don't know if we're going to fill it at knowing the news we got. Which, by the way, is that there's an Iran deal on the table, apparently, like, that it's, like, signed. But it kind of changes things a bit for me tonight. And he got a ultra-conservative of what we're doing. You know, just, I already scalped out the passive alpha account, so I'm, like, trying to turn up my trade replicator right now so I don't accidentally fire trades into my past account, right? So I'm a little distracted at the moment, but nothing's going on. We always see the break at a high and then come back. Yeah, sometimes we disregard this up candle, but on such a strong move like this, like the VWAP's going to take over if this is an uptrend. Then we're just going to want to hop in on like one of the first moves. In fact, it's kind of already tested the VWAP a couple times. So one of the findings I did find, by the way, on some of my back testing, and maybe that's what we'll just talk about tonight, is like sharing some of the findings on that. that I built out a full Claude AI suite and just been hammering hammering out the some back tests and such. So I'm a bit distracted here. That should probably log into alpha and see if I've passed those, right? I think they update in real time. I only needed $200 and I was busy there at the very open trying to scalp out along. Which I grabbed one. I did get some, but some of these are hysterical. These so no little break of an opening range yet. I almost like to see us go below the VWAP, but gonna come back above, which in that case I might buy that force push on a night like tonight. I did the red K rate feed, what? Account status passed, okay. With red dashboard. Okay, cool. Great doing this three. The bright. The song, the song, right. Right, I did pass those.
Devils hide behind redemption. Honesty is a one-way gate to hell. I want to taste consumption. Breathe faster to waste oxygen. Hear the children sing aloud. It's music till the wick burns out.
Putting back down into that VWAP again here. And nothing to do yet. We're still inside that 10-minute opening range. I mean, I'd love to see, I guess, get a react on both their eyes too, but like, who knows at this point, right? That we could just slice through lows and head lower on the day. Have a real nasty sell-off. I mean, there's bringing onto this market though, obviously after this Iranian news has come out. Changes things a little bit. I think you gotta be kind of careful on a night like tonight. I wouldn't want to be caught short without some key signals but we'll see. I dipping below that VWAP. Let's see what happens here. Oh wow. Well, look at that move up the VWAP. Makes you a little jealous that we didn't just take that move in and of itself. I mean, this is a type of night where we feel like we got some things, other things to talk about. well, I'll just worry about all that, but then later, passed on all those alpha accounts. They'll want to go around actually trading those. I'm feeling good right now. I mean, I've got, because I just passed those alphas, like scalping out basically once tonight, I've now got, 20 solid funded accounts, Alpha, EA, Lucid, and MFFU. Feeling like I've got my Apex kind of settled back. Yeah, no baby yet. Wife's still very pregnant. This is wild. She's got another thing tomorrow, which will probably, it won't induce her like formally, but like, I don't know. If it doesn't start tomorrow after this appointment, it's gonna be shocked. I'm definitely anticipating a push to the ORB pie here. And then, we'll have a ForceSweep long to talk about. Some of the findings, okay, I found in my back testing of the ForceSweep and everything. One of the cool things here was I found that it's statistically speaking, there is a lot to be said for obviously trailing stop. That makes a huge difference. In fact, it like shot the win rate up to like 80%. Because you were getting out, right? But when you get that first reaction and you get at least 50% of the way to the target, you want to trail up, start trailing that stop to like only give back only 30%. Then there's also the idea that the force push, which is when you have that break below, when you have that break below the VWAP, you get long on a move back above. In this case, it was like here, right? You went below and head fake lower, then as you come back above, you get long for the push to new highs. That also brought that win rate way up. And the combination of those two things, and you can do a force push after you get stopped out break even, on trailing a stop. That's the other cool thing about the statistics. I found that it undoubtedly improved the system. So all those things that we've been trying to do manually in the system and with the ForceSweep here over the last couple of weeks to improve upon it, really cool to see a back testing like, oh my gosh, that kept you out of so many bad trades. All right, so we pushed through it. Kind of want to see a little more, but I do not like tonight. I'm not gonna lie. I think that, damn kids got me sick. This is already such a pretty big force sweep. 232 fix. I still would consider taking this given the extremity of the entire move. I doubt it's going to stop us right there. I think it's going to continue on, excuse me. But we'll just have to see. I even missed anything. That bounce off their DWAP was definitely like, what a coulda shoulda, right? That was a beautiful thing. We ever didn't say anything. We still got, you still got that orb break to the high side here. Don't know where you got into that line. I guess I strong, right? I got a hunch we're gonna. Okay, now we've really broken that 10-minute opening range. I mean, that's a solid break of it. When I cough, is it coming through on the mic, or is my noise cancellation taking care of it? Be great if I'm just coughing, you guys are hearing it. Be funny if I'm blowing out your speakers too, but that's amazing. Yay for noise canceling. But you don't have to have your speaker groomed. I need to there that. Because we are going to be looking for like 220 here. Pull back. You see here that on my chart, you can almost see them here. I've got some stuff on the chart now. We're going to start seeing some. I haven't completed or like looking at all of the indicators and stuff I created, because I created some ForceSweep indicators. So like, you know, which I'm probably going to publish at some point, but which put it literally on the chart here. I'll kind of show you guys what it looks like. Nope, that's my other one. Nope, that's dots during the day. Oh, where it, but I put a moved over here. Hold on. The right on the screen. I'm watching it someplace else. There you go. Yeah. This is on the Juno. We're coming back into a field here. Heads up. Stop playing around. We'll show stuff later. Well, we're working at 34s. I'm probably going to move it up to 35 quarter just to try to get it. I hope that's not the only pullback we get. Because if that's the pullback we get, we start running, and this thing becomes like a 500 tick wide trade. I'm not taking it. We'll just talk about stuff here for the next little bit and not call the stream, because like, that's crazy. Wow, come on now. It knows, man. It knows. Alright, there we're coming back into the ForceSweep area. Oh, and muttering and oh, no fill yet. So close. Got him. Alright, I am filled. Let's get this trade set up exactly how it should be. Hopefully it doesn't just knife through and come destroy us. At T29 wide. Dots down there at 79.50. Oh wow, look at this pop back, everybody. It's a good look so far. I need to actually do some of the trail stop here. I can't get caught up on. 94s is the high. Alright, I am going to be looking to trail stop here pretty quick. Want that 100 tick chart, but on September the 100 tick looks like crap. Maybe we should be in the June still, I don't know. Probably not a bad idea to put that stop at break even now. Yep. Better put that at break even. Put your two highs a little bit here. Halfway to target. Pretty soon here we start locking in some gains. Oh, one more push up there to 65s. There he is. My stop's at 56. Okay, hang tight here. Stop's going to go to 61 3/4. Then move it up again here to 64 1/4. All right, I'm stopped. I am very happy with a 25-point trade on the day. But now what I'm going to be waiting for is to see if the market comes down, to test the view up again. I mean, frankly, all right, though. I mean, that was a quick scalp out. You can always pop back in kind of thing, but in this fast market tonight, I think you got to take what you can get it. You didn't get it fill? How did we get filled? Look at June. Did June not fill? June filled? Oh, wow. June didn't even come into it. Crazy. That's crazy. June didn't fill the VWAP yet. September gave us a great move off of it already. We'll see what happens. Truths are coming down for a second test. I wouldn't take it again. Here's the thing we're going to do on second test from now on. If it starts to go, I mean, technically the VWAP, or technically the ForceSweep is traded, and it's got, a whole setup already. But we're going to wait for You're wait for it to dip below and then come back above. That force push idea, right? 20 years in the market, is DOTS the best indicator ever? No. There's no best indicator ever. DOTS is great because it takes into account macros and then gives you like a confirmation bias that you can add to literally any other indicator or system. That's the whole concept behind it that Irish and I helped co-develop it. It was his brainchild and I added to some. It's based on macros and then the chart you apply it to. There's 2 dots apply to the chart you're on and then macros are for the rest. I can't divulge the super secret sauce, man. It gives all green dots when it's bullish. Gives all red dots when it's bearish. But we're not going to talk about the dots tonight. We're going to talk about the ForceSweep, which, technically speaking, is still very much in this trade. Yeah, no problem, man. Well, I'll talk about the dots more when we are during the nicey session, when I'm using them, and how they play into like how I use it big range. I am working on a version of them to use at the night, but I figured I want to do more with the ForceSweep here in the evenings. Like just this simple mechanical setup has a lot of backtest to work with in Claude right now that I'm working on, which I'm super happy with the findings I'm seeing, which I already knew is profitable. I've been trading it for a while. It gives you an edge. But the edge that I see, I will wholeheartedly admit and tell everyone, it's because I do things like trailing the stop and getting free and all of that good stuff. But the dots as they are, the ForceSweep as it is, because you're trading them, in the direction of the VWAP, all these other things, there is some positive expectancy just from things like that. I would definitely be, if you're in the dive, if you're in this ForceSweep right now, I would definitely throw in a break-even stop. This could easily dive below the VWAP for a little bit. And then coming back above it, I'm going to be looking to get into something here. All right, let me just take a look at some questions if I have any here. None. I'm making tacos tonight. Those are interested in what Sith is up to. From Reuters, their official signing ceremony. Pakistan Prime Minister is saying this. On Monday, the United States and Iran should have reached a peace deal. Both sides would declare the immediate and permanent termination of military operations on all fronts, including Lebanon. That's interesting because that's not a U.S. That's not a U.S. flight, so Israel's clearly in here. Fairly. The official signing will be on June 19th, so that was 5 days for us to really fuck all this up. But it sounds like that's why we're getting the move tonight, and then it's all based off the back of that peace deal coming in 5 days' time. So we'll see it. I believe it when it happens. I would dip in below that VWAP right now. Couple with me clone below. Yeah, there's a little bit of a tank. Let's take a look at what that volume's doing real quick. I don't want to see that strong volume. I'll come back in on this trade if we get a move back above that VWAP now, but yikes, this may not be the... Well, for such a big night, that was kind of weak volume, but 190 cars traded. You have that point of control and that big down right up there, just snug right below the VWAP, so it does go above that point of control in the VWAP. I think it's looks good for a long. But you need that reversal. You need to come back up and get it. Okay, here it's coming back up. I am not in yet. I am getting back in. We just had a bullish engulfing candle there on the back of some decent volume. Let's see what kind of volume it was. 171, this minute's not go over, you got 8 more seconds. Come on, don't try and fake me. Also, my stop is going to be tighter on this. It's going to be down here at 7.25. But at this low, probably can bring that stop up a little bit even. So I think the lows here on September were at 8, somewhere right up to like 7.75. Doesn't matter. Should give you better money as we are, but should be all green. Here comes the good minute close. We gotta see this minute pop though. Let's see it. Let's see it go. Safe for the wait for it to kind of get above the VWAP and establish some support there, right? To show a little acceptance, but I am going to be testing and trading this how I have seen some good positive optimization from the back testing, which, I mean, there's no surprise here that there comes that new minute here in the 10 seconds in. Expect this one to expand. And you got, I think up to that 72, 73, 373, 372 area is probably where it's gonna, you want to head up there. Green stops in. Everything's working. Or not. We'll see. How was everybody else's weekend, chat? Any big news from anybody else out here? I know we've got guys that have started to take the plunge into new areas of their life. After I'm having my third kid kind of thing, right? Man, I gotta text JMU right now. Well, figure out. Let's help the have more than. I don't want this right now that it's like struggling to get really blast off from the VWAP, but this last 2 minutes has been, you know, holding above and kind of acceptance back above. So sometimes you just need to like charge the line, so to speak, before it blows. And there's two, you know, on the tick chart, there's definitely a trend line off the highs I'm watching. You want to get through that 60 figure, 55, 60. Here on the 1 minute chart, I mean, we're almost up against it. We'll see. I feel pretty good about this trade. Honestly, well, not. That doesn't mean anything, believe you me. Plus the market feels just the same way, right? There we go. There we go. Push. Get us up to 60s, 70s, and it should be good on 10 points. And I think we're onwards to homecoming on this one. Bunch of skydiving, dude. You crazy. 10 mile, 95 pound rock. I like hearing that, man. He's cold. You're stone cold. Like Stone Cold Steve Austin. Like, that's badass. I think is what he means. At least that's how I take it. That's pretty cool, man. I do Ironmans and I'm a triathlon, so I can completely appreciate a good sweat. I've only got one new race this year, which is I don't love this. Don't love this. Right up that rejection of the 1 minute trend line, that's okay. As long as this is just a head fake back below the VWAP, we clamber right back above. Sometimes you just need that rubber band to be pulled back so you can let it fly. I didn't even talk about CBD today, which is shockingly not as bullish as you'd think. for such a big, strong gap up. So I am somewhat worried about this trade, which is why I've definitely taken my stop into the 775s. But we get back on the VWAP and certainly push about this trend line at the highs the last 2 minutes. I got no fears about this trade, but it's got to go. Dude, I'll get these. I was scared of skydiving. Yeah, I'm a little fearful of that. I saw this. I did see a video. Oh no, coming down to get us here. That's not a good luck. Well, not out yet. I mean, I'm gonna hate if this trade goes, texts me and goes though. But it's about to get mine food here, SoCal. Honestly, I mean, this is the type of night where I don't know if I'll try again because this market is got a massive gap below. Holy smokes, it's coming right back up. Right? Oh wow. I'm feeling bad for some people. Yeah, SoCal, I mean, seeing the move back now to the VWAP like that, after you get ticked on something, I mean, just take your licks, come back tomorrow. I was saying I saw this video, or heard the story, I should say, of some young lady who was bungee jumping in Brazil and they did not attach her cord and they literally just threw her off a bridge. I couldn't believe it. But it did happen, that poor soul. But, yeah, I'd be afraid to bungee jump myself. Well, this looks like it's about to explode higher. This trend line on the 45 tick chart, as well as a 1 minute chart, looks like they're about to break. And we'll see if it goes. Okay, I should be probably drawing this up to break even here, but I'm just going to start trailing it up a little bit more conservatively. I mean, I don't really want to see it get down to 34s again. So bring my stop up. Probably bring it up to 50s here in a minute. Definitely should have. I been making tacos. Should have had to stop at 60s, but that's okay. I'd be out now again, right? And then what do? I use Replic Fonto as a trade copier. It's by Flowbots, Replicanto by Flowbots. It's a paid Ninja Trader add-on worth every cent I use. The sim account you see me trading right now is the leader of the band, so to speak. And then it copy trades to, I mean, hundreds of accounts if you really wanted to. I'm going to probably pull this stop up here to 51.5 here for the lock on 10 points, lock down 10 points on this latest move. Actually, I'd like the stop to be up at like 54.75, but I don't want to get stopped out. Don't know these 200 candles. I'm hoping in this next minute just blast to the top of this, and I mean honestly in the next 3 minutes I could see this either going down and taking it out and retesting the BOP or going to target. We'll see if my hunch is the same there, but yeah, Replicanto, I'll put it in there. That's the excuse me, that's the copy trader I use, which is really, honestly, it's great. Allows me, you know, whatever you can log in with on Ninja Trader effectively, now you can copy trade too. Yeah, pretty cool. Gotta go check on my tacos in a minute here. I'm such a faker too, or I'm such a cheater, and I also completely make white people tacos, right? Like, I know you realize, like, I might be a chef in other regards, but my Mexican food is all white people Mexican food. White people taco, no, if you haven't heard that song, go YouTube it, it's hysterical. But I totally cheat. I use the Rick Bayless, like, sauce packets for my tacos, and all, it's so good. It's so good, though, the Frontera sauce packets, so I'm a total cheater on my white person taco night. Yeah, I definitely like having the stop where I do, or I might pull it up to that 94 for put up here to 54.50 to lock it a little more, because if it comes down, I got a hunch it'll retest that VWAP. I don't know. Again, I'm trying to trade these, you know, in a way that, hey, they're never giving anything back. Okay, and they ticked me. But we'll see what happens the rest of the night. I got a hunch it's going to. I'm not going to re-enter this trade. Personally, I'm going to shut down my trading. But I'm going to stick around here. That we're going to see this through. See if this ForceSweep gets the target. I'm a strong suspicion it will, that it may dance around for a little bit first. We haven't had a massive gap like this in a while. Big old Trump open. Let's see what look at that. Okay, so this is a trading view indicator of the strategy. And look at that, it trailed it exactly how I would have. That's so cool. I did not follow this at all, folks, but this is exactly, so you tell me that didn't get into the trade exactly like I did. Trailed the first one, got stopped for profit. This one is stopped for way less than I was. Excuse me. But whenever you have a quick, within 1 or 2 minutes move off of a level, and you've got like your nut for the day, you better fucking take it. Yeah, you might have gotten 3 or 4 times that, but like you're an idiot for not taking that type of rally in that 1 minute. No, I'm not calling anyone out, but so this is actually a ForceSweep trading indicator I built with Quad AI and everything else. I don't know if I'll release the strategy or the indicator, but you can see here that it's with the trades exactly how I've been trying to tell it to like learn from my experience, right, of having traded this system, seeing how it flirts with the VWAP. You know, when you got stopped on it first, when it re-enters on the move back above it, here it got stopped on again. And actually the system would be completely done for the night now. You can see here over the last 27 trades, it's got 20 wins, 7 losses, a 74% win rate. Max drawdown of $1,000, and you'd be up 5,500 bucks. Dude, that's tradable 1 lot in the ForceSweep. But I want to say that goes back. That's going to go back probably what, a few months on the chart, like a month on the chart, maybe 2 to 27. Oh man, this thing's gonna still go to target, isn't it? What's Bitcoin doing? Oh man, they have ripped out. I'm definitely looking for a top in Bitcoin around this area. There's a lot more to say about that, but let's work on this ForceSweep for now. That's pretty cool to see, though. First night of watching this indicator and this strategy live, it actually did the thing that I would have done. I actually out-traded it, so I feel even better about my night right now. Am I on? True free? Ask any questions. Let me know what you guys see, feel, think.
storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust.
High strong, you crack me up. Yeah, I mean, I see nothing inherently wrong with the long at this point. Obviously, getting down for another little test. Actually, right now, to be honest, this little trend line off the highs has me tempted, you know, to like get back in on a break of this for the remainder of the run. But it's basically, I mean, look at your 15-minute structure, right? You got 2 double wicks here. With 2 to make a run for these wicks. Yeah, I don't think it stops, and I think you see a new high of the day real quickly here. But we're gonna have a force sweep, a force push, and a force sweep for the evening. Big W. Let's just let it cook here, folks. I think it's about to go. The new hour, that hourly close, was an hourly close just there above the VWAP, right? I mean, not just above the VWAP, but back up in the body of the, or up in that candle. So, well, I see that push here and that expansion here early in this next hour. Otherwise, it's going to end up retracing a lot of all that, of what the work it did on the chart. Oh man, here I'm talking it back down. Yeah, what I don't like, say on the CBD here, as you can see, we've come back up and we're kind of spent the last 10 minutes flatlining. We haven't dipped any, but not making that progress to try to take out the high of the day in the CBD. Yeah, now you're back down to a retest on the VWAP. But you hope it doesn't let it go. Support until it's not. Got a bit of a trend line against the lows too right now forming. Permanent with the VWAP holding so far. One thing I never get used to is the amount that these markets like the retest and test and retest levels, right? That's actually something that gets me a lot in Bitcoin. It just makes trading really tough. Don't want to see this. Don't want to see this get back below the VWAP here. But we're definitely be considering tapering off the lawns or trying to cut them if it does. I think you could set a stop down there, you know, just below it here if it gets a little bit more of a reaction off the highs. I mean, personally, I would have already trailed up. Like you guys saw me, I trailed up when I got stopped out, so on my trail. But that's why I trade the way I trade. The room's long enough to know that their only secret is to try to not give back what the market gives you. Easier said than done. But trading isn't about how much you make, it's about how much you do not move. Really tight on those 15-minute candles. You got a little bit of a bull flag forming here. I'm curious to see if they want to flush it lower though, below the VWAP again, before taking it potentially higher, even in that bullish kind of candlestick setup. The other inside candles, right? We have your second 15-minute inside candle. All right, here it comes. Nope, no, the bid is there. Let's take a look. Let's hop down to those little volume profile candles. See if they can't give us any clues as to participation at these levels. 135 down here, so they have point of control at 34, 43, 75, 44. So you want to see the market get back above that, and then you're kind of in the clear for bringing back up to this whole area where there is all, you know, little market balance. And here it comes. That was 44's trade. You get through at 47, 48. There it goes, just like the Sith says. Aha. That was just this point of control. And notice the ball dragged up the point of control. That was just this point of control that was, you know, of that. Oh no. Oh no. They had a little hubris there. Wow, that's silly. That's a 20-point range right now, just whipping around. Is the UFC fight 30 or something? I wonder if like this is in. that's on the White House lawn right now. Maybe Trump's like saying something about the deal. The market's jumpy, that's why I say that. Wow, now it's coming down back below that VWAP. Sometimes success is all about management style. I mean, the full ForceSweep trade, if you took it, that book with like some micros or something, like the trading through value, we're still trading into and holding this VWAP, right? Like, none of that's changed. I wouldn't be re-entering the trade right now. We'll see. I gotta go check on some tacos real quick. Actually, gotta check on my kid who I have stirring tacos. Make sure he didn't do anything. Alright, so this big VWAP here on Bitcoin. Coming down from anchor VWAP from that 77,000 area. We are trading into that VWAP right now, the anchored VWAP. So I'm kind of interested to see, this is down to that area, but this is a low volume node. And on the way down, this is that value high. Right into the 66,000 to 6,600 area. 66,000, yeah, I was right. So when you start to see some resistance there and the market roll over, you know, I'm going to be a seller in this area. Because I've got much larger swings that I'm looking and have been watching. Excuse me. That target's still lower. Oh man, market's dipping down into that VWAP now. Let's see what happens. ForceSweep invalidates and has stopped out down there at 79.50 area. He's from there at 50, so it's got room. It's a big one tonight. And I have stopped there, and you don't want me to stop below. I mean, honestly, we get down there, it's a very good chance it goes down, and like I say, fills the gap, but certainly it's been a try for that ORB below. Ooh, yeah, 3 hours a little big of a stop for 25K, but it's recoverable. It's recoverable. You know, don't, the first rule of trading is don't lose every day on the first trade. The second rule is never really just never put yourself in a situation where you can lose it all. It's the only way not to. So, you know, size down, you'll fight to get it back, but it's possible here, folks. Let's see what happens.
No brain. Marvin Devine. I'm saying bye to all the lies and all the times you cried, saying that I wasn't right, yet I was right by your side. You manipulator, playing games, your friends commentators, and I don't know what you say about our private conversations, but it's got them hating. Thanks to all the rumors you be claiming. It's cool, I'm done with you, so they can throw you a celebration. You gon' hate it when you see me with somebody living better. I'm trying to tell you that me just doing me gon' have you jealous.
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say
Yeah, my life is lovely now, I'm focused on me. You said you were about to die, I guess the car is on E. But see, I ain't even tripping, cause I just chose to believe that somebody gon' come around and give me just what I need. I don't wanna see you flying, see you looking down and out, coming to me crying, saying you miss having me around. Gave you chances and you blew it, you so easily influenced. All the times you told me beat it, now you gotta face the music. I'm saying
I know that I gotta stay away from all your games. Yeah, I know that I found somebody else to love me one day. You'll realize the grass ain't greener on the other side. No, you did me dirty for the last time, so now I gotta say goodbye. So now I gotta say
lions roaring in the morning sun, searching for a longer day. People feeling like the light has just come. We must never stop the way. Yeah. Birds jumping and I hear my name, grasping into a life. Life is happy but it's so insane. We must merely make a start. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a walk. Savannah, is gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Kids across the
Yeah, okay, you know, dodging a bullet right now by not taking the full stop out if it goes there. At this point, if it were to come back above the 4, up above that VWAP, I would still be interested in maybe even going long again, but I've already tapped out for the night. I can't say I shouldn't come do that. But at this point, right, I think anything above the full stop that's connected being, all I'm saying is holding the VWAP bears resistance, and it comes up again and holds it, we're going to go down. But we'll see. The night is young. I'll be around still. I'm going to eat my white table tacos. Anyone has any questions, please hit me up. Throw them in there. This is a good night to ask stuff, because personally, I'm done for the evening. I'll see anything I hate. Wow, well, that's okay. Still, Bitcoin's still going to grind, I think, a little higher. Like, it's not, the pop's not in yet. This is a pretty big move up in CBD to see this. The move up in mostly shorts liquidating. This is open interest. Open interest dropping with a big move up in CBD. That's sellers getting out, not new buyers coming in. So whenever you start to see new highs without new highs in the CBD, that's where this gets interesting as a short, because this entire move is very likely going to get unwound because it's just short covering, not new buyers. At least in the futures and the perp side. Could be different in spot. I'd have to go look. ForceSweep, now looking at the pot right now, or hovering below the VWAP. This would need a, big Trump candle up, which all means it could still happen tonight. So I'll be hanging out to see what happens with it. As you noticed, some of the management styles that I talked about that we're going to continue to talk about on the stream, right? It basically got you into trades that booked profits on a day that it could be a full stop out. And that's exactly where these changes I've implemented in my own trading to utilize a strategy that I know produces some decent edge, keeps me away from a potential full stop out, which definitely looks like we're heading down into at this point. I hope it doesn't for anyone that's in the trade still, right? But as you saw me manage it, I got us out there a while back. well, here she goes, everyone. It's not technically stopped yet, but it's not looking good. I give this a 1% chance of surviving. So the backtest of best procedure, great call. There you go. It's this. This is the concept here is an ME, something R-stop. I have to look it up. But it's basically when you would achieve 50% back, you lock in 30% of the move. Then I would personally start trailing it more aggressively than that, but that's the idea here. So when it hits 50% of the move back, you trail it up to 30%. And for whatever reason that is, really does it. You can see tonight, both instances on the force push and the original force sweep, it locked in gains on the trade, right? That would have otherwise been a stop out. The other thing is that you're allowed to do one force push. That's also what I backtest. You backtest for multiple entries, only one force sweep entry, any kind of break-even stop or trail stop. It allowed then the force push idea, which is if you come back above the VWAP, you get back in. And only risking to the swing low as well, not risking all the way the full trade. So it's crazy. I was able to build into the system. Quad allowed me to basically build into the system the idea, all these ideas that we had kind of already been exploring in the live stream together, right? How I trail stops. I know, SoCal, you talk to Bro, or always talk about you put the stop up beneath this swing, when things happen like that. All those things come into play and actually make a lot of sense for how to best manage the trade once you're in it. If the worst thing you can do is let a winner become a loser, and that's what you see oftentimes with the force sweep. I would say the majority of my losses with it. I mean, every once in a while there's one that just knifes through the level and gets you. We've seen those. I've had streams where that's happened and it's just the worst. You gotta get back above the VWAP on this push back up here too. If it holds the VWAP and turns over, not a good look. So, we'll see. Obviously, it almost was a full stop there. But point here is that any of these reactions you get off the VWAP and pushes back up, more times than not, I have seen in my experience just instances where you would let a winner become a loser. And this is exactly how it happens. It goes back below the VWAP, it kind of travels here, and then it holds the VWAP as resistance and then rolls over. Great look through it if it's going to come back above the VWAP. Let's see if it's stabilized. Wow, that's rejection at the VWAP for now. Might be a reason you start trailing that stop up if you're still in this trade, to not risk the full stop out. Maybe below this 1 minute at 1750, or below this prior 15-minute candle, so around that 13 area, risking half of what you normally risking if you're not stopped, which technically nobody should be unless you held stops to break even or got into the trade or locked in it. Wow, don't do that. Oh, high risk. Oh, well, you break even. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I mean, and then being able to backtest it and see, that's how I wanted to trade. Let's go look at some of the other stop outs we've had. We basically had 3 days of a few days of bad trades, and this is not curve fit for these days. This is look, even on a day where the trade just does not work out whatsoever, that initial short, right, it actually had a move that you're able to trail on, and it got stopped out. There was actually a move back 50% of the force sweep, and then went back up. And then we had that force push, recently it's short and then out. And then honestly, then this was just a total reversal type setup. I don't know how to describe that just yet. The force push that I originally invented was based a complete reversal idea, but conceptually here, right, you would have walked away with a much smaller stop out than the original trade. If you had followed it still, and even had a chance to Trilla. Correct, 50% of profits reduced by 30. It reduced it to risk to 30% of the range, right? So it's like, imagine that range from entry to the target of the day, from the view up to the target. But you get 50% of that range, you put the stop up to wherever 30% in that range is. So you're basically like locking in a quarter to 30% of your total target. Here's another instance. This was this one might have actually been the target. Oh, this is that night that like it went outside both sides. It was just nasty. But the initial trade would have had you trail up. Right, the initial move off of that tree moves 50% of it, so you trailed up to 30, you got stopped. Then it went below, but when you came back up, you could have done a force push. They say I'll wait till the next minute candle close, so you could have even been better filled. But it still trailed again, halfway to target. You trailed up, or at least break even. You know, on a night when neither of those trades ended up working, right? We came in, unwound that entire swing, took out that a little low. That would have been a stop on the force push. The full ForceSweep would have stopped if they were on lows of the day there. So again, it outmaneuvers this bad trading. I think this one was just a flat out stop. Yeah, there was nothing you could have done on that night. This is the night where we had that reaction, and it almost, remember, went to target and worked out. Oh, shoot, you know, that was basically the trade we wanted. But then anyway, it didn't work out. Okay, there's always going to be a full stop out in there, right? You're never going to be able to. And then before that, it was just like a few winners. Interesting. I don't know why it was not showing up there. Have to look at that. But here's a ForceSweep short. Perfect winner. We have 7 like winners ahead of this, behind this. There's another winner. Oh, this one is interesting. You had a winner through target, and then a force push as well. Yeah, that night was the worst. I remember, it wasn't that long ago. You can go watch the stream. I was pretty angry. What do we got here? This looks like we had a long that trailed, and then the force push that worked. I don't know if that trail was accurate. I'll go back and look at it. But it goes in and looks at the internals on these candles, so. But yeah, I mean, it's good to see the strategy play out on the... Wow, I can't believe we're trying to come back here. Trying to play out how we expect sometimes. We'll see. We're going to jit about this VWAP. It's on like Donkey Kong back to highs, but so far it's holding at resistance. We'll see. The 15-minute candle structure looks pretty good still. Oh, there we go. Yeah, that's a great way of thinking about it. SoCal is like, if it was a full stop out anywhere and that's where you're sitting in your equity curve, okay, so be it. You can live with the idea that you stuck to the system, right? You stuck to your rules. Stop outs are going to happen and they're inevitably part of the trade. There's obviously ways that we're discovering we can manage things better, and I'm going to continue to showcase those here, right? Because, hey, my trading is different than what you see with the ForceSweep. The ForceSweep's just a mechanical setup. My trading of it beat the market here tonight, and I routinely do that over the last year. That's how I hit 60 days in a row of no stop outs, at Apex. It's a great question. Let's look at it on the chart so you can see. So imagine this is actually the full fib up on the chart. So you can see how the level plays out, right? So when you hit 50% of this range, every time, right, it trails up that stop, or 50% of that target, right? If I turn on a 30, I'll just make this from 30%. It actually need to, yep, perfect. So that's 100% all the way up here, 50% here, and this is 30%. See how when you hit 50%, you trail the stop up to 30%. So basically what you want to do is set up a fib tool. that you can just put from your entry to the target, right? So now you've got, know where that 50% line is. And then when he hits 50%, trail to 30. And you're going to end up with more trail stop outs than you're going to love. But again, the force push gives us that chance to get back into this trade later. And more times than not in these environments right now, this entry to that 30% is like 20 ticks or 20 points of C3. That to me is 1R. So it's like it really does fit nicely with what I want to see from a market and get out of a market at night. Yeah, we're locking in profits. Yeah, the red line is where your stop is on this system. So in the force push, you get in, your stop's below this low, right? And you're still targeting. You can see the green lights up there for your target. You're still targeting the original highs on the force push, right? But the second you get to that 50% of that range, you trail the stop up to that 30% line. And the same thing happened here in the original entry for me. I was actually a little more aggressive and got a little bit more out of it than that stop, but that's the idea. And particularly when we've seen these ranges that are 200 ticks wide, this allows me to basically scalp out twice for two, making tonight like a 2R night if I wanted to. On a night that for some, with a full stop out, right? And could still be. But yeah, I'll be continuing to talk about this. Don't worry, this is not the last time I cover this in this room, but and I've still got some more regression testing to do. But I was confident enough in the findings I've seen from this to say, hey, this is a better way of running the system than the full-on, be a butcher, full-on risk. Okay, great question. So the force push is a secondary setup. It's what happens if you get broken, you get stopped out at like break even or in a reduced risk trade because we came back below the VWAP. The force sweep is what you see on the chart right now, the big old trade. 10-minute opening range breaks, you buy the VWAP. Stop is at equidistance just from the target, so your target ends up setting where your stop is. Tonight was 229 points, or ticks. The force push, however, is the concept that if you get stopped out by trailing your stop out, like we had a nice move up, I trail my stop up on that initial reaction to try to lock in as much as I can. Sometimes that's all the trade I will take, and I won't even take it to target on the night. But, if it runs all the way back to target, you'll still be in it. However, tonight it did. It went 50% back in the range and then came back. I got stopped out. I trail stop. At least a break-even stop out was like minimum there. And then, or you should have thought about trailing to break even because, hey, you made it 50% to target. Don't let a winner become a loser. Or 60% to target even then. The force push, though, is the concept that when we go back below the VWAP, and it doesn't stay there, it comes right back above. You get in, you basically buy in on that breakout back above the VWAP for another move higher. And in this case, it messed around a little bit, but still gave you the chance and opportunity to lock in the gains. It made it 50% to target. So it still gave you that same idea to lock in those gains. This would actually be yet another force push concept. We're back below the VWAP, and now you're coming all the way back up. And the concept is that all of this selling below the VWAP are trapped sellers now, and the force push is now the short squeeze. In this environment, and this trade, and what we're looking at today. Things like you want to see it break the trend line up against the highs here, that kind of stuff helps. But again, I would imagine back above the VWAP there, we've seen it now trade and try to hang up here for a couple minutes. So this is what we refer to as acceptance. That's exactly right. It's a breakout strategy that follows a sweep. In the event you get one of these fake outs, this V-shaped recovery below the VWAP, and that it is going to go to highs, which it's looking, the market is still down under. It is looking like it wants to try something. There's a very high probability on this setup that it gets back to at least 50% line again of that original VWAP to opening range highs. You got it. That's what I'm here for, and great question. The force push is actually a new concept that has been only in the room for about a week and a half, 2 weeks anyway. We've been talking about it. I've kind of used it. But yeah, so we'll see what happens here. But I do anticipate this market now back above the VWAP here, making it go. Let's see if they do it. Stops are where they initially were, and that total risk for a reason. just standard deviations at this point in the market. Finding balance. If it wants to expand its range, it's going to go through highs or then run away from that gap. This is my humble opinion, exactly what it looks like before it does it. Better go eat some tacos. I'll be back in a minute.
Flow like water, so I'm going mainstream. Over the edge, feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
No, there ain't no stopping us. Fly without a boarding pass. Couldn't catch me, I be moving fast. Call me a shooting star. Let 'em know who you are. Flying up in a bar. Wish on a star. Time to show 'em who's in charge. Call me a shooting star. Didn't even get to cross. I said I'm moving too far. Get to glass. Looking at a shooting star. Got more than a couple of people going mad. I swear they're rooting hard. Tell them I be big in the game like she went and got them breast implants. I said I'm moving too fast. Didn't even get a glance. I'm ready to eat up track like I'm seated in a restaurant. If you had swag like mine, you know it's best to flaunt. We aren't hating because you aren't. Shining like it's neon. Rock like kings of Leon. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Shooting stars across the galaxy. I stand out, so don't be mad at me. Infiltrate, I'm with my strategy. When I turn up, then I just have to leave. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting. Yeah, shooting shots. Shooting stars. Didn't even get to cross.
Cracky. Cracky.
Well, I'll tell you what, this is turning out to be a very long, drawn-out ForceSweep. Firstly, I'm glad to have more or less scalped out my night. I gave it a 1% chance of surviving at lows. Now I'm giving it the a coin flip, right? "15-minute candles don't look terrible if you've got to take out how to take out this bit of a double top there. This might be the place to do it. We'll see. Flipping over to Bitcoin real quick, we're getting that new high. You can see CBD is kind of fading. You're getting some buyers coming in now. So you're getting buyers at the high after massive short covering. That's going to trap longs up there. We'll see. I'm kind of not at the charts as we speak, but I'll keep this up and keep commenting as I see things develop. The inverted head and shoulder pattern. You have a neckline now at that 63, 65 area. Head is down here at the lows. Left shoulder formed for right shoulder. Not that that matters to what we're doing, but hey, you don't hate to see it. In a second, I opened my mouth up. Hourly close again. Take a look at what that looked like. First hourly close was a bit of doji. We closed actually up hour to hour, didn't we? Why is this one wet then? Rubber. Not terrible. Not terrible for us to push and take out the highs. I would imagine because of that last hourly close, you'd get that expansion here in the first 15 minutes. Just by the nature of it, because if you don't and you start to unwind that big wick of a tail, that's pretty bearish and this thing could, really take out the lows. But it's already pushing to free that threshold, the head and shoulders. Let's see if in the next 5 minutes it doesn't break that high a day target and have a successful ForceSweep. I do, for all intents and purposes, want to be fair, and let's check out to see if the June contract did any different. Excuse me. So, but this will all load up. Wow, 342 wide. A brown body. What kid's screaming for me to get him out of the table? Alright, we're about to hit a target here. Oh yeah, no stop out on the June at all. And there is your target. Oh, it's 331, so it's very similar in the June. Good to see that neither the June nor the September contract, no matter what you're trading tonight, you just got your TP filled. Let's fucking go. Well, you didn't get filled yet, but I would be taking it or trailing it in or just, don't let this one get away from you, folks. Daps for another ForceSweep long where you see why stops and why the 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio works at times, and sometimes it takes you, sometimes it doesn't. So I was not. I hope you all fucking caught this. I wish I would have caught all of it, but I didn't need it. I walked away with $500 in each one of my funded accounts, past my alphas, so I had a justified night. It's got to push just a little bit more to really get that fill and to finish this one off. Come on. I got to shut down this stream. We'll press it, but let's bring it go, and it comes back a little bit. But again, that's why you get up there, is flirt with it over a minute and a half, 2 minutes. Just take the trade. Just take it off. You can take it off now. It's a great trade. You had most of the target. You should absolutely not let this come back on you at all. If stop's got to be up there at 74s or something, Don't let this come back on you. Please take your profits and run. Oh, come on, man. Did that trade it? Did that trade the high at least? Oh my god, the high of 93.50 is just tantalizing, folks, isn't it? Let's see if the June traded it. I think it's going to get it here, but I don't know. Again, just take it off if you got it. It looks like the June contract did, in fact, if this all lined up correctly, did in fact fill at their high of the day. September does not look like it traded it yet. Wait a second. Now it's not even showing June as the front month here. Here, let's just go. Oh yeah, June totally traded through their highs already. It's September that is lacking. I'm confident September will hit it. Here it goes. Moved everything over to this September chart. And littering and smoking the reefer. There's the TP hit, everybody. Congratulations to everybody who sat through that ForceSweep, who survived it. Good work, everybody. All right, with all that being said, I am out for the night. Do I trade London at all? No, I gotta get some sleep, man. To be honest with you, sometime I'm up 7 a.m. early with kids. I used to trade London, but no, I don't trade anymore. All right, everybody, that is it for me tonight. That's just another successful ForceSweep on a huge gap up. It's great to see it work. It's honestly also really cool to see, the back-tested strategies of how we're locking in trades and how I'm, trying to outproduce the ForceSweep works better in the long run. Does to just keep out of the stop-outs, right? Have a great night, everybody. My tacos were phenomenal. I hope you all have a great night. And we will be back with you tomorrow and as price action develops. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe to not miss a beat with this bad boy. It means a lot to me to keep building this channel up, this YouTube channel. Want it to be super successful. And everything you guys do to like, comment, and subscribe helps a lot. Remember, trading features involves risk and is not suitable for everyone. Everything you saw and see here today was just my opinion and was not trading advice. Have a great evening, everybody. We'll see y'all tomorrow.